China has made significant progress in developing its infrastructure, with a massive investment in transportation, energy, and telecommunications networks. The country boasts the world's largest high-speed rail network, connecting its cities in a fast and efficient way. Additionally, China has built some of the world's most extensive highways, bridges, and airports, providing a comprehensive and well-connected transportation system. And now, China is going to shock the world with an insane $10 billion mega project. With whom? And what is it? Just stay tuned till the end. Furthermore, China is effectively engaged in international economic development. In particular, China has a unique approach to assisting smaller nations with their economic growth. Instead of simply providing aid, they often employ loans to finance infrastructure development. This allows these nations to build the necessary infrastructure to support their economies and ultimately become self-sufficient. One region that China has focused on in recent years is Africa. This is because Africa represents the second largest market in the world, with enormous growth potential. As a result, China has been investing heavily in the continent, providing aids and loans to many African nations. In fact, African nations receive some of the assistance from China. However, China's approach to African development has not always been without controversy. For example, the African nation of Tanzania, which has been conducting commerce with China for a long time, abruptly terminated its trade relations with China. This caused significant economic losses for China. Nonetheless, China's economic development has proven successful in many cases and will likely continue to be a significant player in the global economy for years to come. Now, talking about the country Tanzania. In addition to its economic struggles and abundant mineral resources. Having said this, Tanzanians are known for their resourcefulness and ability to find inventive solutions to challenges. But there doesn't seem to be a foundation for industry or substantial harvesting or planting machinery. Even the smallest amount of light industry required to meet people's basic necessities must be imported from somewhere else. However, Tanzania was successful in establishing itself as a significant player in the African continent and forging relationships with global powers like China. One may claim that Tanzania's fame is primarily due to the nation's enormous natural resources. Tanzania is currently a developing country that struggles with clogged domestic transportation, a lack of heavy industry, and the inability to rely on natural resources as a source for fuel for other industries. Tanzania therefore plans to ask China for help in building roads to first boost the economy in favor of indigenous expansion. Tanzania's mining industry has rapidly expanded alongside the country's economy's recovery, which is made possible with help from China. Tanzania has received Chinese agricultural technology from China, and this has directly enhanced Tanzania's agricultural production during the previous few years. China also provided Tanzania with military equipment, including regular military uniforms, military helmets, and a range of leadership skills for combat. Everyone used to have access to education in China. In actuality, the African Liberation Army is the name given to Tanzania's armed forces on the global scale ALA. China and Tanzania have already worked together on 723 distinct projects. One may argue that Tanzania's current economic setup would not be conceivable without support from China. And now, China intends to build a port for Tanzania, an African country with a coastline, as part of its One Belt, One Road strategy. The goal of the project, which is also the most ambitious initiative in both Tanzanian and Chinese history, is to pay for the expense of the venture. China is to invest $10 billion in this port to build a big port that will be able to supply Tanzania with electricity. China was given a 99-year exclusive license to utilize the port following protracted negotiations with the Tanzanian government. Tanzania reclaimed control of the port after a 99-year hiatus. Tanzania's economy stands to benefit from China building this port, which will also help the Belt and Road program become more open. China has nonetheless spent $10 billion, even though 1999 was a very long time ago. It's likely that the money has only recently begun to return after 99 years. Also, if this port is built, Tanzania's economy might gain from an increase in trade. Although the port is still being built, Tanzania's president had just undergone a recent term change. Moreover, being the most dependable and trustworthy ally on the international scene, China would be in charge of constructing all internal railway projects. Additionally, it's been said that China would be in charge of constructing all internal railway projects. Also, China is gradually but surely re-establishing positive relations with Tanzania, primarily because Tanzania's economy can only be developed by China, and only China is ready to guide Tanzania's economy towards cooperative expansion. And that's all for now. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to never miss another update from us. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.